been looking through YouTube to try to find those videos that will teach you how to dribble, teach you how to break your defenders every time you even step on the court. Shoot, I only have bronze ankle breaker and look what I'm doing to bro. Well, the search is over because I got the best dribble tip for y'all. For tall builds, so the 6'5" and plus builds. And this even works on the little guards like my 6'3" guard. Even my player getting a little happy about it. So I'm gonna go over like 8 moves that should help you get open. And these 8 moves should easily chain into combos, which will give you ankle breakers in this game. Because if you don't know, in this game, it's very, very easy to get ankle breakers. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop wasting time. Let's go and get into this video. But first, you need some Sigs. So heading over to the animations, pass style doesn't matter because we're not passing. Dribble style, this is very debated. Magic Johnson is by far the best. Don't put on no Zach LaVine or LeBron. Put on Magic Johnson and you will really see magic happen. All right, next we have D-Fox crossover. Some people like using T-Mac. D-Fox is the best for tall guards in my opinion. And like I said, I'm 6'5", so I can't get Steve Francis on this build. For the regular breakdown combo, I use Pro just because I really don't do this move. So it really doesn't matter. Aggressive breakdown combo, we gotta have jaw on. And if you don't know how to jaw flip, I'm gonna teach you how to do that. For the escape, Jimmy Butler. Kimba is also really good if you can get Kimba. But like I said, I'm rocking Jimmy Butler because I really like the between the legs he gets. And the combo moves, James Harden. Once again, it's another move that I don't do, but I feel like it's like one of the best that you can choose out of all the combo moves. For the crossover, put on De'Aaron Fox. It's so broken, put it on. Behind the back, Jamal Murray or James Harden. We know those are the best. I use Jamal Murray. I know some people that use James Harden. The spin, I use basic. I don't even do spin, so it doesn't matter. For the hesitation, I use John Morant. A lot of people like Darius Garland for their shorter builds and Chris Paul, but I can't stand Chris Paul, so I would just put on John Morant. Your step back actually matters this year. I know some people like Jimmy, some people like Luka. A lot of people love John Wall. I use Kimba because on a tall build, you can't really speed boost out of John Wall's snatchback. With Kimba's, you can speed boost a lot faster, so put on Kimba. And the triple threat style, Stephen Curry doesn't really matter, and the park flashy pass don't matter. So these are just my Sigs, and you can do every move I'm gonna teach you with different Sigs, but it might be a little bit different. So now let's go ahead and get into like how to actually do these moves. All right, so now that we're in here, I'm gonna go over like 9 things, maybe 10 things, and they're all pretty easy to do. But if you learn how to do them, you can easily combo up and chain together your combos that are, like I said, gonna break your defenders almost every time. So the first thing I'm gonna go over, most people already know how to do it, but it's just spamming Magic Johnson, just going left and right, just like this. And in this game, you kind of have to know how to do it just because steals are so overpowered and you have to find a way to like run around people. So let me actually put on the hand cam real quick, boom. And literally all you do, if you have Magic Johnson dribble style equipped, you just hold R2, your sprint button, and just run to your opposite ball hand. So I'm just run to the right. Boom. That's how you do it. It's that easy. Boom. That's it's so broken. If you just do a crossover, whatever, into Magic Johnson, so boom, cross into Magic Johnson, you're probably gonna stun the defender, and you're most likely gonna have a wide open lane because it's just very overpowered in this game. So I had to get that out the way because a lot of people didn't know how to do that. All right, so for the actual first move, it's gonna be the snatchback, and depending on which step back you have, depends on which animation you're gonna get. And so since I have Kimba's step back one, this is what it looks like for me. I love the animation. You get a lot of space from it, and you can spam it, and it doesn't use up any like adrenaline, any stamina. So it's a really good snatchback in my opinion. It's just a good way to like reset like your dribble moves or like reset your combo, whatever. So to do it, very easy. Just hold R2, your sprint button, and if the ball's in your right hand, you want to flick your right analog stick diagonally up left and your left analog stick straight down. So boom. So pretty much anytime the ball's in one hand, your right stick flicks diagonally up the opposite way and your left stick just straight down every single time. So my left hand, I'm gonna flick diagonally up right and then straight down with my left stick. Oop. Boom. It's that easy. And like I said, you can just spam it over and over and over again. It kind of keeps you in the same place, but it like really resets your combo. So another way to do this, you can actually just flick your right analog stick to the left or right instead of diagonally up left or right, and then your left analog stick just straight down. That also works. It's probably actually easier doing that, so just do that instead. My fault, y'all. So the second move is going to be the glitchy between the legs, and this is what it looks like right here. And it's a move that I just do all the time. I don't even try to do it majority of the time. It's been in the game since 22, I think, and it really hasn't changed on how to do it. So let's say the ball's in your right hand. You want to make sure you're holding R2 the entire time, and all you want to do is flick your right analog stick diagonally up left and your left analog stick straight across to the left. So literally just boom, that's how you do it between the legs. And if you want to go to the right, if the ball's in your left hand, you just flick your right analog stick while you're holding turbo, flick your right analog stick diagonally up right, and your left analog stick just straight across to the right. So boom, just like that. If you want to spam it, you just go back and forth. So boom, oh, boom, 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 boom. I'm doing some momentums in between because it's very similar to dual momentum. And so that's how to do the crab walk between the legs. And so already just going over what we've learned, the snatch back in between the legs, you can already just start doing stuff like that, and it already looks like you're doing a lot of stuff. I just did 2 moves. That was it. Snatch back between the legs. And now we're going to the third move, which is just going to be the Jamal Murray and the explosive behind the backs. So this is what they look like. That's explosive. And Jamal Murray, we all know that's what it looks like. And there's actually that animation as well. So to do the like normal explosive behind the back, this animation right here, you want to hold R2 again. So most of these moves you do want to hold R2. At the ball's in your right hand, you want to flick your right analog stick diagonally down to the left while holding turbo, and hold your left analog stick diagonally up to the left. So it should look like that. Boom. It's very easy to do. If it's in your left hand, you just do the opposite. Flick your right analog stick diagonally down right and hold your left analog stick diagonally up right. So boom, just like that. And so the animation you really want to get is that like really weird looking animation. Hopefully I can get it. I don't think there's like a way to actually, that animation right there, I don't think there's a way to like actually trigger it, but whenever it happens, it's by far the best animation because you can like dribble right out of it. And then just to do the Jamal Murray behind the back, you know, you just hold R2 and flick diagonally down left or right. Boom, boom. Oh, that was De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray. And so you can actually spam Jamal Murray's behind the back. So in this game, if you do a hezzy after any move, you can pretty much speed boost out of it. So if you just do the behind the back into a hezzy, so like that, you can spam the move and go the other way. So literally just hold R2 and flick diagonally down to your left twice. And then right after that, diagonally down to the right. So 1, 2, boom. That's how you spam it. And so like if you have Curry slide on, it would look a lot better. But yeah, that's like how you cancel out of the behind the back and allows you to do another one right after it. Now the next move is something that a lot of people struggle with in this game, and it's just doing the Kemba Walker crossover. So it's just doing this, just running out of the Kemba Walker crossover. And I'm telling you, it's not hard to do. And later on in the video, I'm gonna teach you how to actually cancel out the crossover so it looks like that. And also, since we have Jimmy Butler's escape one, this is what the between the legs looks like, and it's really fast. And if you figure out how to do that, you can actually learn how to quick stop. So you can do this between the legs, boom, quick stop, shoot. I missed the shot. Boom, between the legs, quick stop. Am I gonna make it? There we go. And so if you want to do this Kemba crossover, or it's really Jimmy Butler's, but I call it Kemba because they look very similar. You just want to hold R2 and you want to just do the animation. So you just want to flick diagonally up to your off ball hand. So boom, diagonally up left. And that's Jimmy Butler's crossover. Boom, that's all you want to do. You want to let that animation play out for like a second and then just run out of it. Just keep holding R2 and run. Like once you start seeing him do the animation, then you want to start running. So boom. Boom. If you try to wait too long for the animation, it's just gonna make you do a Magic Johnson run and you're gonna move slow. And that's when people say that Magic Johnson sucks. You're just not doing it right. So pretty much as soon as you do the crossover, or as soon as you see your player about to start the animation for the Jimmy Butler crossover, you just wanna run. So I see him starting. Boom. I mean, it's easy. You just have to practice it. There we go. I'm trying not to cancel out of it. I'm just trying to spam that back and forth. So boom. It's really easy to do. And it might be a little bit easier if you have tray cross on, so like the shorter guards. I don't know. Jimmy Butler works perfectly fine for me. And then literally for the between the legs one, I mean, it's the same thing. You want to hold R2 again and just flick straight across to the left or right. So boom, that's his between the legs animation. And like as soon as you start seeing him do that animation, just run. So boom. Boom. I mean, it's easy. It's not hard. And so now that you know how to actually do the crossover in the between the legs, you can actually do this like little slide animation. So this move right there. And it's not really like an ankle breaker move, but it's something that like if you pair it with the behind the back or like between the legs, it looks really glitchy. So literally you just do the crossover. So I'll just hold R2, flick diagonally up, and then I'm just gonna run to the hand that the ball started in originally. So if the ball's in my left hand, I'm gonna do the crossover to the right and then just run right back to the left. So boom, while holding R2 the entire time. If you don't hold R2, it's just gonna look like that. Like you're not gonna get anything. So make sure you're holding R2 the entire time. And boom, there you go. And so I think I've been over 4 or 5 moves so far. And so with every move, you should be able to like do stuff like this. I didn't go over momentums. If you don't know the momentum, hold R2 once again and flick your right analog stick diagonally up left and your left analog stick diagonally up left as well. So boom, just like that. Right analog stick, left analog stick, boom. It's easy. And you can spam it. Like it's really easy to do. There we go. I do momentums by accident majority of the time. But with the, like I said, 4 or 5 moves I've already been through, you should be able to like do stuff like this so far. Like it's just like little basic stuff that it really looks like you're doing a lot when you're only doing 4 moves. And the next little move, it's not really gonna like help you with comboing, but it's like a very broken crossover and it's just De'Aaron Fox's cross. So boom, boom, it's so broken. You just wanna make sure you're running forward, or you don't even have to be running forward. You can be running like to the side. And all you wanna do is just flick without holding R2. It doesn't even matter if you hold R2 or not, but you just wanna flick diagonally up to your off ball hand and you'll get the animation. So boom. Boom. It is broken. I dropped a TikTok on me doing that. I mean, I've easily scored at least 200 points by now just doing that crossover. So make sure you know how to do this because it's overpowered on the 2s. And on the 1s court, if you're a post scorer, you can almost score every single possession. Very easy move. And so for the last couple moves, these are the hardest moves to do, but they're not actually hard. So the first thing is De'Aaron Fox's spam crossover. So this is what it looks like right here. It's so easy. I'm telling you, it's really easy to do. So to do De'Aaron Fox's crossover, all you do is just flick diagonally up, right or left. Boom, that's his crossover. Boom. It's really easy, right? If you want to cancel out that animation, not let the full animation play out, all you want to do is hold your left analog stick diagonally down the way you just came from. So if the ball's on my right hand, I'm gonna do his little crossover, boom, and I'm gonna hold my left analog stick down for like a second, for like a half a second. I'm gonna hold it down diagonally right, so that way he cancels out the animation. So boom, you see that? That's how you cancel out the animation. If it's in my left hand, I'm gonna flick diagonally up right with my right analog stick, boom. And then I'm gonna hold down for like, it's like a half a second, diagonally down left. And so it should, boom, look like that. And so if you wanna spam it, you just go back and forth, back and forth. So we go a little bit faster, it should look like that. It's hard to do it slow for y'all, but like, I don't even know if I can do it slow. Boom, boom, boom. It's a little bit hard doing it slow, but if you do it fast, it's a lot easier. And it's, I mean, it's so easy to do. And you know, the faster you flick your sticks, the faster he's gonna do the crossovers. So I'm trying to do it slow. I really can't do it slow. But yeah, practice how to do that. It's really easy to do. There's another way to do it, but I feel like the other way is a lot harder, or it's like not as consistent as just canceling out. And it's a broken move because you don't really lose much stamina, but I would really only do it once you have takeover. So yeah, that's the D-Fox crossover. And it works with Steve Francis. It works with T-Mac. It literally works with every single Sig in the game, as long as he's doing like some form of a crossover. And so another thing, a lot of people don't know you can just run out of De'Aaron Fox's crossover. You just have to make sure you're doing that hezzy. Like how you have to do the hezzy with the behind the back. Just do a crossover into a hezzy. So just hold R2 and flick same side the ball hands in. So crossover, hezzy, boom. That's how you run out of it. A lot of people keep saying Magic Johnson is bad because they're just trying to run out of it like that. You have to make sure you're doing a hezzy after pretty much every move. So boom, and then you can just run out of it. But if you have Kyrie Irving's dribble style, you won't have to worry about that. And for the last move, this is by far the glitchiest move in the game. It is my favorite move that I just figured out how to do. And it's gonna be the jaw flip, which looks just like that. It is so tough. And it's really easy to do. A lot of people can't explain it good. I'm gonna explain it for y'all in 2 steps. It's very easy. So let's say the ball's in your left hand. All you wanna do, you just hold R2 and flick straight up on your right analog stick, and boom, that's John Morant's aggressive breakdown combo. It's a long animation. You see, he like goes between his legs, he backs it out, he does all that stuff. We're not worried about that. All you wanna do is make sure you're looking at your player, and as soon as you flick up and that ball goes to your other hand, so in this case, well, let's put it back in my left hand. Once the ball reaches my right hand, just make sure you're looking at that. So boom, the ball just reached my right hand. Just make sure you're looking at that. Once it reaches your other hand, you want to hold R2 again, flick up on your right analog stick so you get the John Morant aggressive breakdown. And this time, flick your left analog stick diagonally down left, the way you just came from. So I'm gonna flick up with my right analog stick, boom, holding R2 to get the animation. And once the ball reaches my other hand, I'm gonna flick up again, do the aggressive back down combo, and flick diagonally down left. So boom, just like that. It's it's literally 2 steps. That's it. And so to explain it a little bit better, you want to flick that left analog stick at the exact same time you do your second aggressive breakdown. And you should get it pretty much every single time. And so if I'm explaining that bad, just look at my hand cam. And I have a TikTok on it where like I actually like show arrows and stuff, but it's just 2 steps and you get it every single time. Now, sometimes you do get this like little slidey animation. I don't know if I can try to get it to activate. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but sometimes you get this animation where he like starts sliding to the side. And once you get that, just start comboing instantly out of it. You'll know what I'm talking about when you get it. But the jaw flip, I mean, it's so easy to do. A lot of people don't know how to do it, and I feel like some people tried making tutorials on how to do it and they just didn't do a good job. So yeah, it's literally just 2 moves, and I mean, boom, you get it every single time. And so what I do after it, once he like does a little spin thing, I just do it behind the back after it. So I'll do the jaw flip, boom, and then just a behind the back or a hezzy behind the back. There we go, just like that. And then you can just start comboing up again. And sometimes you can actually like sprint out of it. I've only got that animation once though, where I was like just able to like fully sprint out of it. But if you get that, you'll know, and you can just get an easy dunk off of it. All right, so for the final move, it's gonna be the left stick cancel. And this is what it looks like right here. It looks like that, and trust me, it's a killer. I mean, you get open pretty much every time you do it. The one thing I don't like about doing this is if you have Jimmy Butler's escape on, you get this like long crossover, that little crossover animation right there, and it messes up everything. So that little crossover, it messes up everything. So if you want to be able to get this every single time, I would put on Kemba Walker. But to do it, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy, but it's not hard. Let's say the ball's in your right hand. First, you want to master just running out of, you know, the Jimmy Butler or Kemba Walker crossover. So boom, you're pretty much canceling out of that crossover and going the opposite way and doing crossover the opposite way. So we're gonna do the Kemba crossover. So boom, and we're gonna run for like a second. You're literally gonna hold up on your left analog stick for like a second. So boom, like that. Like you're only taking like 1 dribble. So you get the crossover, boom, boom. Just make sure you can do that. If you can just do that, then you're good. After you take that 1 dribble, like you see your player take that dribble, so boom, you just want to do another crossover going the opposite way. Or you want to do another Jimmy Butler, Kemba Walker crossover going the other way. So boom, boom. Like that. Once you figure out how to master just doing the one step crossover like that, then you can just run out of it. Or you just have to figure out how to run again out of it. So cross, boom, just like that. So like I said, with Jimmy Butler's escape, it makes it, you get this stupid animation, that little crossover right there, and it makes things a lot harder. Yeah, I just got it like 3 times in a row just then. But like I said, if you have Kimba on, you get it every single time. Or if you have Trae Young escape on, you get it every time. And it's a good move that really, really catches people off guard. That's probably the hardest move you're gonna learn in this entire dribble tut. And so that's pretty much every move that I do. I didn't go over misdirections, I kind of forgot. I'll go over it real quick, but it's in my other dribble tut as well. If the ball's in your right hand, you just wanna hold R2, flick your right analog stick diagonally down to the left, and hold your left analog stick diagonally down to the right for like a second. So boom. And that's how you do the behind the back. So it's really easy. And then like the side ones or like the forward misdirection, I can't even do it. I rarely do. It's this one. I rarely do because the animation's slow. In the side one, I don't do in this game because you don't get a speed boost out of it. So yeah, as long as you know how to do the behind the back one, you're good. And like I said, I go over it like in further detail in my past dribble tut. But that's every move that I do. And now that I've taught you that, I mean, you just got to figure out how to dribble or like combo them up together. And if you just practice how to do them, it really shouldn't take you no more than like 2 hours at max to learn every single move. And if you just practice dribbling here in the shooting gym, whatever, I mean, you'll realize there's only like 11 moves in the entire game, and it's not hard to do them. So that's pretty much it for the dribble tut. I was in there so long, it's actually dark time outside. But like I said, that does it for the video, man. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, share it with your friends. We're on this grind to 100,000 subs, man. Drop a sub if you're new, drop a like, drop a comment if you need help with anything, or if you just want to show support. And like I said, it's been your boy GP3, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.